Additionally, when writing your goals down, you have to be specific. Do not be vague because you'll produce vague results. For example, if your goal this year in 2023 is to save and invest money, don't just write down save and invest money. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to Divulge Talk Show. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of writing your goals down, a tool that you can use for 2023. Now, New Year's resolutions, setting your goals, vision boards are not new to us. Each and every year we are told that we need to set new goals, we need to set things that we want to accomplish or achieve in that particular year. Which is not a bad thing. I mean, it actually keeps us on track. It keeps our lives on track, and it also holds us accountable for our own lives. Brian Tracy said that goals in writing are dreams with deadlines. Now, I'm one who sets goals each and every year. It really depends with how I feel and how my vision will be looking like for that following year. Usually at the end of every year or at the very beginning of the new year, I write my goals down in my diary. One of the things that I've learned when it comes to writing down, now this doesn't really necessarily mean specifically your goals. Whatever it is that you write down is actually a form of manifestation. In other words, it is like a written affirmation. So in January 2022, I wrote 8 goals that I wanted to achieve, and I managed to achieve 5 of them. So this is what I did. I took those other 3 that I did not achieve and I rewrote them for my goals for 2023. I felt like perhaps I wasn't ready for those things last year, and maybe God saw it fit that I'm probably much more prepared this year. So that's actually what I usually do. I always make sure that I write down my goals. Another thing that leads us astray as people, be it young, old, whatever age it is, when we write our goals, we have high expectations. Sometimes we're not realistic with whatever that we want to achieve. We write down our goals and then we want to achieve them all at once, which is actually very impossible. But don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that if you write 10 goals, then you are not able to achieve them. I mean, I know people who've written like 15 or 20 goals and they were able to achieve them all in 1 year. Trust me, I've watched interviews of people who were able to write down their goals and they achieved all of them. It's very possible, but you need to draw the line. You need to know what is realistic and what is unrealistic. So I feel like sometimes as people, we tend to not be realistic. I mean, I get it, perhaps this faith, which really works, trust me. I also write my goals based on faith at times, but I feel like sometimes even the Lord wants us to be realistic. And another thing, when writing your goals down, one of the important things is you need to be patient. Learn to be patient with yourself whenever you have something that you want to achieve. Additionally, when writing your goals down, you have to be specific. Do not be vague because you'll produce vague results. For example, if your goal this year in 2023 is to save and invest money, don't just write down save and invest money. Instead, write in your diary, by the end of 2023, I should have saved 30,000 Rand, and this way your goal has life. Now you're being specific, okay? Because saving, saving is what can I say? If you just write down you want to save money and you're not specific, you could still put 50 Rand and you've saved 50 Rand. But if you're very specific with your goal, like 30,000 Rand, then you know that, okay, this is exactly what I want to achieve. Okay, so when you write something down, you are actually telling yourself, you are actually telling your brain that you mean it. There's something about writing down. It's like a contract. It's like an agreement between you and yourself, you know. So I feel like for me personally, the reason why I always write my goals down is because I am making a promise to myself. Sometimes not writing things down, I think it's a problem, because now you end up taking things lightly. You're not very sure, or you're not motivated or driven to do that particular thing. According to this lady called Millicent Musuo, she said that writing down your goals also entails dividing them into tasks, that is daily tasks or weekly tasks, and this could also turn to be monthly tasks. And eventually this will lead you to achieving your actual goal or your goals, and you will be working on them on a daily basis, step by step. Let's go back to the example of saving or investing 30,000 Rand a day. I mean, by the end of the year. So by the 31st of December 2023, you want to have 30K in your investment account. What do you need to do today, or in the next week, or in the next month? Don't squander all your money. Start being intentional about your finances. Start saving. If it means you're gonna start saving maybe 2,000 Rand every month, or 1.5 or 500 Rand, or if you're gonna have like an extra gig or an extra side job, in order for you to achieve that, let it be. I think another thing is, when it comes to setting your goals or trying to achieve something, it also takes discipline. You don't just wake up. I mean, yes, you do wake up and you write down you want to save 30,000 Rand, but you have to work towards it. So what are you doing on a daily basis towards that goal? What are you doing on a weekly basis? What are you doing on a monthly basis? If it means you're gonna open another side business, if it means from the salary you're getting at work, you are going to be very strict on yourself and you're going to save that money, let it be so. So those are some of the things you can look at when it comes to setting your goals. So I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons why it is important to write your goals down. So the first one is, you have a reason to wake up every single day. One of the reasons why people feel demotivated at times is because they don't have a vision for their lives or for themselves. They just don't know what they want to do. So sometimes you don't wake up. I think at times when you wake up, you're waking up for something, When you feel excited to wake up, you have a goal, you have a vision, even if it means going to work. You know that I'm going to work because I want to improve my skills. That is your goal. I'm going to work because I want to expand my knowledge, my experience, or maybe, the money that you're getting is motivating you because at least you know that from that salary you are able to do whatever it is that you want to do. For example, maybe you're saving up for a car. So whenever you don't have a vision for your life, for yourself, you are so demotivated. According to Lou Holt, if you are bored with life, if you don't get up each morning with a burning desire to do things, you don't have enough goals. The second reason why it's important for you to write down your goals, it keeps your life on track. Writing your goals gets your head high because you have made a promise and agreement with yourself, and there's no turning back. Like I mentioned earlier, it's like a contract. I'm speaking from personal experience. Whenever I write my goals down, I know that, okay, I am now obliged to do this, and at the same time, I'm not hard on myself. Like I say, sometimes life happens, a lot of things happen. Like in 2022, I had high expectations when it came to my goals in my life, but certain things changed. Certain opportunities did not come through that I was expecting, but I did not really penalize myself. I just told myself, you know what, let me do what I can, and there's still time for me to pursue whatever that I want to do. Number 3, writing your goals down works as a reminder. Oftentimes we forget what we want to achieve because we don't write it down. This is another personal experience. I used to have a tendency whereby I wouldn't write my goals down. I would just tell myself I have it in my head, right? And then by having it in my head, come mid-year, come end of year, I realized, oh my goodness, I forgot to strive or to work on that goal that I wanted to achieve. And then I now realize, you know what, it's too late and it's a setback. It's already the end of the year. So another thing with writing down, your brain records it. I mean, there's, the whole psychological aspect of just writing down is actually very powerful. And also, you always remember, like for me, I have written my goals down for this year, and I think almost every 2 weeks or every month, I always go back and just look at, okay, what is it that I want to achieve? And also every time I achieve a goal, I have to tick. Make sure you tick your goals. Don't just write them and then you achieve them and then you don't tick them. Sometimes it's very helpful to know that, oh my goodness, I actually managed to, to do this that I wanted to do. Number 4, another reason why it's important to write your goals down, you are able to push away negative thoughts. Trust me, it works. Obstacles and negative thoughts are a part of our lives always. It's up to us to entertain them or to do something about it. Whenever you write your goals down, you are stimulating your mind to move towards positivity, because you know how you felt when you wrote that particular goal down, and you know what you really want. When you wrote that you want to save 30,000 Rand, how were you feeling in that moment? So when you go back to your diary or to your notepad, and like, let's say for example you're going through like a negative phase in your life, and by going back, you are able to look at that written statement, and you are able to now, get positive and be like, but you know what, I actually have faith, I actually believe that I can actually strive for this thing. So writing your goals down also works as a way of pushing away negative thoughts. The last reason why you need to write your goals down is because written goals will give you a reason to reflect on your achievements. Reflection is a crucial element in life. Therefore, whatever you write today and achieve will help you tomorrow and motivate you to push towards more goals in future. So from the 8 goals that I wrote in 2022, the 5 that I achieved, I was able to look back, and I still look back and I tell myself, man, that reflection made me feel so much better. And now that I'm in 2023, I am not demotivated. I know that whatever that I wrote down, I still have to push myself to do it. I have to be patient with myself. If I try to put so much pressure on myself again, that's another way of actually not achieving the goal. But I realize, you know what? Reflection is important. Just the last few statements. According to Steve Harvey, write down everything you want from God and be as specific as you can. And then a closing verse that I took from the Bible, because I feel like this is very important, especially when you feel like perhaps writing down is not important, but it's actually there in the Bible, whereby writing your visions down is actually quite important. So Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 to 3. Verse 2 says, "Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and engrave it plainly on clay tablets, so that the one who reads it will run." Verse 3, "For the vision is yet for the appointed future time. It hurries toward the goal of fulfillment. It will not fail. Even though it delays, wait patiently for it, because it will certainly come. It will not delay." So this is everything I have for you guys. I just felt like I needed to tell you guys why it's important to write your goals down. I started initially writing my goals down in 2020, because prior to that I would just have them in my head. Maybe I would just write one goal and then I'm just like, I don't care. But I started intentionally writing my goals in 2020, and I think I achieved 2 of those goals. And then 2021, I wrote my goals down. It wasn't many, but then I managed to achieve all of them. 2022, I wrote 8 goals, and then I managed to achieve 5 of them. So for me, I feel like writing things down is very important. Like I said, it's not always about writing goals down, but it can also be about writing whatever it is that you want to write down. There is power in writing in so much. If you want to do more research, you are welcome to do more research. If you want to comment down below about your thoughts when it comes to writing goals down, please do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Mabandi, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Yeah.